I used to take that mic in my hands.
The category is...
And it made me feel alive. Your life matters.
Deep breath. Let's do this. Let's talk about this series that has touched me, made me cry, made me feel so much joy, and had me stalking nearly every actor in it. It's called Pose, and the first thing you need to know is it's been brought to us by a man that gave us American Horror Story and Glee. He loves telling the stories that a lot of people don't, you know, representing people that often get forgotten in TV and also in film. I adore him. His name is Ryan Murphy. Ryan has teamed up with Brad Falchuk, his longtime collaborator, to make Pose, and it's been directed by Janet Mock, so you're in good hands. You know you're going to get something special.
Being a trans woman, stepping outside of your house is a courageous act in and of itself. And there are many times that the things that we do, from hair to makeup to the ways that we contour our body, that was all about survival.
If your makeup is done well enough that you actually can blend into society, then that brings you safety. It helps you feel protected.
Most women experience street harassment, but then there's this other layer that when you're under this lens and they're judging your femininity, and in that moment when I can be found out, my life could be in danger. So therefore, some of the things, it's interesting to see some of the things that we did as a survival have become commonplace for cis women who are pumping things into their bodies. They sometimes are more painted than, you know, drag queens.
The series follows Blanca, a transgender woman living in New York City in the Bronx in the late 80s. She's trying to find a place where she can be herself, be loved unconditionally, and support other people like her.
You're a trans woman of color working in a hospital.
I'm just trying to stay afloat.
Is this about your legacy?
No, it's about our legacy.
5, 6, 7, 8.
A mother and her house have more than the usual meaning when it comes to Pose. A mother is your chosen mother, and her house is a place that you live with your chosen mother, but you also are a part of her team. She's your leader. You go to the ballroom, which is like the most fabulous, incredible, late night, vibey club, where you represent with your house and your mother leading you. You strut, you vogue, you do that good stuff while looking absolutely incredible, and you win trophies. And you know, when trophies are concerned, people get bitchy, people get competitive, people basically get a little bit crazy.
We rose from the bottom, and we became stars. When we walk together, we make a statement.
I'm in.
We're just gonna be ourselves, and that's it.
Yes, in Pose, we get entertainment, we get fabulous wardrobes, incredible music, big characters, but Murphy gives us a lot more.
The balls ain't what they used to be. Cash prizes and tacky lip syncs. There used to be the sense of urgency and community, and then folks just started dying.
The narrative in Pose, away from all the glamour and the glitz, it's the story of the LGBTQ community of the late 80s. You know, how we need to feel compassion, empathy, and also a sense of understanding of what's happened and where we are now. But it also shares the frustration, the loss, the victimization, and the propaganda and narrative that the government and church bodies were putting out there for the LGBTQ community to be kind of ostracized and treated as less than anybody else just because of being themselves.
I knew this disease was gonna eat me alive, but I'm not going out without a fight.
We'll do it together as a family. I'm done running from myself, my destiny. I'm not running no more.
There are so many characters in Pose that you absolutely will fall in love with. You go on their journeys and you really feel what they're going through. But I think at the heart, the one that kind of connects all the dots is the mother hen, is the person right at the top trying to navigate the world that they're in and help all her children feel like her chosen children, that, you know what, you can live your best life regardless of your choice of who you are and wanting to share that with the world without having to hide it. MJ Rodriguez plays Blanca, and I just think she is outstanding to watch. She's just captivating, and her heart, her delivery, her emotion on screen is just it's just touching, and I can't say enough good things about her. I just think she's absolutely awesome in this, and there's so much like moments that you think, God, I love that sentiment. Like, she's gone through so much tough stuff herself, and she's hiding the secret of something that she's going through personally. But even through all that adversity, she's channeling all her energy into her chosen children, other people that have been disregarded, cut out of like what's considered normal life, their family, their friends, just because they're trans, or just because they're gay, or whatever, just because their sexuality isn't what people consider the norm. And in the late 80s, it was a lot worse than it is now. So you can only imagine what it felt like to be openly LGBTQ at that time and rock it. So the Bronx and the ballroom was such a beautiful thing for us to learn about, and for us to even be educated, because that's the other thing that I want to say, away from all this like beauty on screen and all these storylines and all these journeys. Ryan Murphy, Janet Mock, and Brad Falchuk, you've also educated us so much, because I've learned so much watching this. And I feel like It's a Sin was released here recently, and starring Ollie Alexander, and it was also about the 80s and HIV and the AIDS crisis, and it completely opened my eyes. But watching Pose, I got even more knowledge, and I also had even more empathy and understanding of what happened back then. And I just want to congratulate everybody that's made this show. How have you managed to make a series that will not only educate but also entertain and leave us loving these big, beautiful, amazing characters?
Please.
Years ago, if you were getting on the train in makeup, people would look at you and say, okay, that's got to be a drag queen, or that's got to be a man. Look at those lashes. It's a ton of makeup pounded on. And then in the blink of an eye, we're seeing everyone now walking around, lashes full time, wearing these highlights and this over. This started with the girls.
When I first started out, like, I loved being beat to the gods, but it's something that got me clocked sometimes. So I started wearing less makeup. But now I feel more able to wear more makeup because cis women are wearing more makeup.
Makeup, yes, used to be used as a mechanism in the past. Then when we started realizing, and when I say we, I'm talking about the female race, when we realized that it was something that didn't need to be done for us to be more feminine as women, then we started taking it into our own hands and we started making it an art form.
I can't wait till we get to a place where society, but also individuals, don't question themselves, their womanhood, and who they are.
Trans women as well as cis women, women in general, separating trans women and cis women, it makes us seem like we're other than, and we're not. We're all sisters. We are not trying to sit up here and please you men. We're just trying to be. We're just trying to exist. But I am here to speak the truth. That's all I can give.
Guys, such a fabulous cast. I can't say enough about them, India Moore, MJ Rodriguez, but I have to take a special moment to big up Billy Porter. You are fabulous in this. Aside from making all these incredible outfits for the ballroom and being the host with the most, your vulnerability and the way you played Pray Tell, oh, my heart kept breaking, but you also brought me so much joy. And recently also, guys, Billy has spoken out about his own personal experience of how much playing Prey and being in Pose has helped him through his own journey. And I love that when, you can just get so much out of your work and it helps you actually share and accept something that you're going through yourself. I don't want to tell you every little bit because I don't want to spoil it for you, because it is such a wonderful series to just enjoy and watch as it all plays out. But this series has touched me so much. It's made me feel so many emotions, and I just want to say thank you to every single person that has been responsible for bringing it to us, because it was needed. We needed to see this series just celebrates LGBTQ. It allows us allies to actually learn more. It's fabulous. Please watch it. If you haven't already, guys, please start watching it. First 2 series are on Netflix in the UK. You can also check it out over on BBC iPlayer. And if you're not in the UK, if you're in the US or somewhere else, it's on FX. Please let me know if you've watched it, what you thought of series 1 and 2. And if you are currently on series 3, is it everything you wanted it to be? Because it is the final series, which is heartbreaking. Because I don't know why I wanted it to go on for a little bit while, at least 4 or 5. But let me know what you've made of it and how much it's helped you. Maybe you're LGBTQ yourself, or maybe you're an ally. Has it educated you? Has it just made you feel seen?
Who's with me?